Automatic Bar Machine Operator Training Program. Lesson number 4, Cleaning and Adjusting Collets. During normal operation of the New Britain automatic bar machine, it will be necessary for you to clean the collet chucking system occasionally. This tape will show you exactly how to remove, clean, reassemble, and adjust the collet chucking system. It's not a difficult procedure, but it is important to do it right. You will be required to show your ability to do this in your performance test. The first step in removing the collet under normal conditions is to index the machine so that the collet to be removed is in the 6th or cutoff position. If necessary, collets may be changed in other positions by unlocking the collet locking latch to release collet tension. Turn the cycle off switch to stop the machine. Next, engage the lockout on the stop button to prevent accidental starting of the machine. Remove the stock reel tube by sliding it back. By placing the stock release lever in the restock position, you may now remove the stock and pusher from the spindle. Next, remove the collet adjusting nut by first pulling the locking pin out with a screwdriver and then loosening the Allen screw. The adjusting nut has left-hand threads. You may have to hand crank the stock feed slide back to allow enough room to remove the collet adjusting nut. Remove the spacer. The collet and collet chucking tube can be removed from the spindle. Because of dirt or chip buildup in the collets, you may need to drive the collet from the spindle. You are now ready to clean the collet and collet chucking tube and spindle. Solvent is used to clean these parts. There are 2 kinds of collets used in the New Britain automatic bar machines. This is a solid collet. It is made for one specific bar stock size. It threads into the collet chucking tube with left-hand threads. This is a master collet. It's used with pads like these to fit a number of stock sizes. The collet pads come in carefully matched sets. It's important that you do not mix the pads. Each pad is labeled with its size and position. Check these markings when replacing the pads. Fiber inserts are used to prevent dirt and solvent from entering the collet chucking tube and spindle. Replace these if necessary. To replace the collet and collet chucking tube into the spindle, be sure to align the driving stud on the spindle nose with the keyway on the collet. Push the collet chucking tube and collet into the spindle. Next, slide in the spacer and align the driving studs into the collet chucking tube. You can now replace the collet adjusting nut. Remember, it has left-hand threads. To adjust the collet tension, place a bar of stock of the proper size into the collet. Using the chucking handle, open and close the collet as you tighten the collet adjusting nut. Once the right tension is found, drop the locking pin and tighten the adjusting nut until the pin drops into the locked position. Tighten the Allen screw to lock the collet adjusting nut. Return the restock lever to run position. You may now remove the bar end from the collet and remove the chucking handle. This completes your training tape on cleaning and adjusting of the collets. You may view this tape as many times as you need to understand the material. When you have finished, return to the operator booklet for your next step.